Hello everybody, it's me, Let There Be Rock Fan 34, back here to do another CD review. I'm gonna be starting today a new, not really a new band, but like a new band in terms of me reviewing CDs. The band I'll be starting is, if you can't tell by the name of the video already, is AC/DC. I believe in one of my videos prior I talked about starting these reviews. I'm not really 100% sure on that. But starting off today with their international debut album, High Voltage. Now, when I say international debut, in Australia, there were two albums prior to this one. There's the original High Voltage album. Actually, if you take a look, see, this is what happened. This is what we have right there. That's the original High Voltage album, which came out first. Then, over here, you have the TNT album, which came out second, and then this album came out. Now, ironically enough, this being their first international album, this is the first AC/DC album I ever heard. When was that I bought it? I heard of this, when I was about 6 or 7, This is like one of the albums that was always playing in the house. Then when I turned about 8 or 9, I kind of decided that I really liked this band, so I kind of took it upon myself to gather all of their music, and after getting a couple of albums, I eventually, for some reason, I lost interest in the band for a little bit, and then about 2 years ago, I really got back into them, and I just went out and bought every single one of their albums that I didn't have. But anyways, let's just get into the review here. High Voltage. As this is the front cover, which has a picture of Angus Young on the front cover. That is, of course, not what his face really looks like. You can see that. That's not what his face really looks like. But you got the High Voltage, just says it up there in the corner, High Voltage, 2 little lines. And then you have this big, big lightning bolt just coming down and hitting him in the foot. And right in the corner, it's like on fire. Now, if you might notice right here, it's a little bit up. My dog got to it one day. I didn't even see it happen, but yep, it got to it. On the back of the album, I don't really know what's on here actually. It's just a bunch of pictures, and then you have a bunch of letters. One says, secondary in school. You got a bunch of photos, you got Bon Scott, the name is slipping right now of the bass player that was in the band at the time, Phil Rudd, I believe his name is, I want to say Mark Evans, I think. You have Angus Young right there, and Malcolm Young. Then up top you just have the track listing, which I will read off to you right now. Number 1, we have It's a Long Way to the Top, If You Want to Rock and Roll Singer, The Jack, Live Wire, TNT, Can I Sit Next to You Girl, Little Lover, She's Got Balls, and High Voltage. And if you take a look at the inside cover, you have a picture here of the band. And if you saw my Bonfire box set review, this picture is behind all the CDs. But if you haven't checked it out, you should go check that out. I did one of the Bonfire box set and of the HDC Live 2-disc collector's edition thing. You have the disc right here. As you can see, my dog really got into this. Just bit a chunk of the plastic right out of it. There's the disc. If you take the disc out, you have on the back AC/DC High Voltage. Now, I'll quickly just give you a look at the inside book, because honestly, I haven't looked at the inside of this book in a very long time. I'm actually still surprised I have this, because on some of these CDs, I've actually lost the little booklets that came with them. You know. So on the first page here, this is the first page right here. Here we got the second page. You know, at this point in the band's, existence, it seemed like they were having a really big amount of fun, and I believe that they still do have a lot of fun, because, well, it's a band, and bands tend to usually have a lot of fun while performing. A picture of the band name. Nope. That I believe, like I said, I believe the bass player's name is Mark Evans. Note that he is not in this picture. It's a full band picture minus him. This is the other pages. And I have no idea who that is right there. I have no idea what's going on in this picture. You got Bon Scott staring at something, and you got that. I honestly, no bullshit, can't even tell if that is a girl or a guy. I would imagine it'd be a guy, but that's just kind of creepy. And this is the last page here. You have Bon Scott and Angus Young, who looks to be at a concert, and then there's the track listing and the band. Yep, I was right. Mark Evans is the bass player. It says ACDCR, Angus Young lead guitar, Malcolm Young guitar, Bon Scott lead singer, Phil Rudd drums, and Mark Evans bass. So I hope you enjoyed this little review. Like I said, I have all of these CDs, and I'll be doing them, in chronological order, which basically means in the order that they came out. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this review of High Voltage, and be on the lookout for my Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap album review, which will be the next video I do. So, we'll see you in my next video.